Dear participant, if possible, can you rename as by student, right? So all the names are displayed as a student. So if possible, right? So please kindly do the right click and put the rename and enter your name, if possible, please.
Sir, for your kind information, there isn't no such options for the students to rename, sir.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Sorry for the students. For all information is conveyed to you.
Sir, shall I start, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
So good afternoon to one and all present in the meeting. A warm welcome to all the participants for the 7th day of the webinar series as a part of the completion of 1 year of transformative reforms under National Education Policy 2020. So I'd like to say few abbreviations from NEP. ABC, it's an academic bank of credit. Ayush, Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. Diksha, DIKSHA. It stands for Digital Infrastructure for Knowledge Sharing. HEI, Higher Education Institution. And PARAK, PARAKH. It stands for Performance Assessment, Review, and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. With this, I'd like to also speak about Gender Inclusion Fund, for whom it is for. It is constituted by Government of India to provide equitable and quality education to all girls and transgender students. States shall use this fund to implement the government policies for assisting female and transgender students, such as provisions for sanitation, conditional cash transfer, and bicycles. The fund will enable students to support community-based interventions. With this info, I would like to introduce the resource person of today's session, Professor Dr. P. Raja. He is the head of the department, Electronics and Communication Engineering. He has completed his doctorate in Pondicherry Engineering College in the specialization of wireless communication, Master of Engineering in IIT Madras, Chennai, in the field of microelectronics and VLSI design, and Bachelor of Engineering in VRS College of Engineering and Technology in the stream of Electronics and Communication Engineering. He has been an educator for almost 2 decades with 21 years of academic and administrative experience. He has published papers in 18 international journals and 11 conference papers in Elsewhere and Springer, and authored 16 books in the stream of Electronics and Communication Engineering. His research areas are VLSI and wireless communication. He is the board chairman in the Department of ECE and member of Board of Studies at Pondicherry University. He is an active member in International Advisory Committee for the International Convention on Dissemination of Innovative Research in Science, Engineering, Technology, and Management Applications. He is a recipient of Excellent Professional Achievement Award. He has attended many workshops and faculty development programs in digital signal processing, VLSI design, and embedded systems. He has visited various countries like Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Dubai for presenting papers in international conferences. He is a reviewer for several international peer-reviewed journals. He is a lifetime member in the various professional bodies such as Indian Society for Technical Education, Indian Society of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and Institution of Engineers. With this introductory note, I would like to invite Raja sir to take over the session to disseminate the knowledge on use of technology in education. I hand over the session to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome and introductions about me. Is it my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Right.
visible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So good evening to all the participants, my dear lovable students and colleagues who is participating in this webinar series. Today, topic of this webinar is use of technology in education. Right? First, we can look into this, what is meant by technology and how these technologies categorized in the various way, how these technologies are used in this various field, and how these technologies going to be contributed for our educational sectors. Right? So these are the overview of this today webinar series. My humble request to all the participants, you have to be understand, right? So what is this? Technology is nothing but it's going to be a very friendly word, right? So what is meant by technology? So technology means that it is a product, right? So end product, end equipments. So product or equipments are going to be developed with this help of knowledge or science which was gained from either school or public sectors or maybe any experience. When you are going to be interacting with the experienced people, we are going to be get some more problems or knowledge, right? So these knowledge are going to be applied into a practical manner to get a product. So that product is going to help to the society or maybe the particular applications. So that product is going to be called as technology. The way which you are going to be developing a product is called as a technology. So the product develop பண்றதுக்கு we need some knowledge, right? Some knowledge or maybe the problem may be getting from either many sources are there. It may be the source, maybe from the class, from the discussion with your friends, that maybe give some more ideas, right? So I want to be implement this. So how to execute, right? That's a key spark is going to be that idea is going to be implemented with the knowledge gained from the school, whatever the education systems. That knowledge is going to be applied properly, and at the end of this process, you will get the you will get your products. So that product is going to be very, very useful tools that may be used for society or may be used for your personal use. That is the basic terms explained in the meaning of technology. Technology is also going to be defined. It is the skills, it is the method, it is the process to achieve the goals. That is also going to be defined in such a manner in a different case. So the definition may differ from person to person, but you have to understand the technology in the sense the way which you are going to be implementing your idea, the process that's going to be called as a technology. So the input is something problem, right? So the problem may come from any other source, right? So that end product is the product, end output is a product. So the product is going to be enjoyed like anything. So let us see something. We will go as per the very interesting way in this manner. That is a mobile phone, right? It is a mobile phone is very, very useful tool nowadays for all the peoples. The spark which was generated from the Alexander Graham Bell. So before that, why we need this, right? So basically, it is the communications, transformation of informations. So that means if we are going to be sit together within a 2 or 3 feet, then no equipment is required to transfer your information to one person to another person's. For 10 feet, that is also okay. Then 20 feet, it is also okay. Suppose if a person's you are here, that other person, receiving persons to be there in the after 10 beyond the 10 kilometers, it is not so easy to transfer without any equipments, right? So that is the part. That spark was created in the mind of Alexander Graham Bell, and he was introduced as per his knowledge, as per his idea. He's developed a product. That product is going to be used to convey information from one place to another place. So that is the first equipment. He was introduced in the year of 1876. Right, that is the initial stage. That equipment may be the bigger size. It cannot be shifted from one place to another place. That may be a lot of restrictions will be there. At the initial stage, at the initial step, we have some restriction will be there. That restriction is going to be developed. கிரகம் பெல் இருக்கிற அறிவு மாதிரி எல்லாருக்கும் இருக்கணும்னு கிடையாது, அதோட அதிகமா கூட இருக்கலாம். So with this, that experience, அதுக்கப்புறம் வர experience, அதுக்கப்புறம் வர engineers, அதுக்கப்புறம் வர resource persons, knowledge persons, why we have to keep this type of bigger size of equipments? Why not a smaller size? So that modification is done, but objective is same, right? That objective is going to be transferring the information from one place to another place who is sitting over there for long kilometers, right? So that is our objective, but we are going to be. So that modification is done in small gradle phone. That means something the ringer phones that maybe we noticed anywhere else in this year of 1880. And further development, why not the button, right? Why we have to do the ringer type of phone? It will take a lot of time and we have to be spend more energy to dial your particular number. So for that, that next development is coming over in the year of 1916. That is a button tone pad button phones, right? That is a one means one we have to directly press, two, three, like that. We have to press the button and we have to make a connections and to convey the information to other persons. So up to these stages, it is a fixed, your unit, your equipment in the fixed place, right? So we cannot take the receiver for the next room itself, right? If any phone is ringing, we have to come back to wherever we are here in this our house. We have to come and pick up the call, pick up the phone, and to make a connections between the transmitter and receiver. And then one more spark, why not cardless? ஏன் கார்ட்லெஸ் எடுத்துட்டு பக்கத்துல ரூம் வரைக்கும் போய் பேச முடியாது? That's a thing was happened, right? So for that, wireless cardless phone was coming up in the year of 1988, right? So this was the initial process. So each and every stage you have to look into this, right? In this initial stage, the material may be the non-availability, so existing resource, existing manufacturing process may be the differ. So with that, Graham Bell was developing a bigger size of telephone. It was remodified structures based on the technological development, right? So in the year 2000, a button phone, monochrome button phone was came, right? It was the only used for voice communications. That voice communications and also we are permitted to send the message, text message also we can able to send it. After that, again, further we need to be technology is going. The human lifestyle is going to be change everything with this help of technology, right? So again, I don't want to be keep this all nonsense of button phone, so they're going to be modified, right? So modified with this full screen, but no screen mobile phones. And also we want to be introduce camera, and then we want to be introduce more apps to be used in this phone, right? So that phones, after this phone is going to be called as a smartphone. Smart in the sense, a person doing multiple work is capable of doing a smart work. That fellow is going to be called as a smart person, right? So now this mobile phone, nowadays mobile phones are going to be utilized to send the voice communications, to send a message, or you can able to send the email also. You can use the mobile phone as a scanner. You may be used as a mobile phone as a photographer, video editing, all this kind of work you can able to execute in the mobile phone. That's why now the mobile phones are going to be called as a smartphone, right? So then in this development, each and every year we are getting now each and every companies are producing more than 12 models in a year. So likewise, these are the technological development. So in each and final stage. So each and every development, they're adding applications, right? So for purpose they're adding is going to be making human lives to be a meaningful and enjoyable, and they have to be change the entire lifestyle of human being. So technology is meant for only changing our lifestyle. For that purpose only we are going for technology. So how these technologies going to be useful for in all the areas, especially for our educations. It is tremendous changes in India nowadays, right? So I will come back at the end of this session why we are going to be shifted to this. That some positive and negative also is there that we will discuss one by one. And with this technologies, we have the pros and cons. Everywhere is there, not only for the technology. Each and every product, everything, right? Any points, pros and cons will be there, right? So in this technology process, it improves efficiency. Equipments, I can have a single mobile phone do all the process. My efficiency will be improved, right? And at the same time, it is extreme dependability. That means I have to be depends only on that particular equipments. That I have to dependency, right? Is more. And the pros of technology is it saves times. It's obvious. They save time, but the cons is it is more expensive, right? So while discussing with this mobile phone, that is a different cases. They talking about the technologies wise, it is expensive. And then better communications, right? And shortage of jobs. That means a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs because everything is going to be modified. But in this modification, we require a new knowledge is required to implement your ideas and techno ideas and everything. So shortage of jobs will be there, and reduces cyber crime risk. It is every improvement, right? So everything we can try to be reduced. As suppose if any crime is occur, immediately we can give the call. You can give the signal to the police station by pressing SOS button, or maybe if you are going to be have anything happening with the mobile phone itself, I can able to communicate to anyone. So that means the risk can be reduced. But at the same time, if it is failure, then we have to lose our all the jobs. All the works will be losing. So this is a basically it is a technology means that your idea is going to be come up with the end product, that is called a technology. This technology will be have pros and cons, but we are going to be compromised with this to enjoy your lifestyle. And let us start with a small video regarding for transportation technology. Transportation in the sense how it is not a different thing. Technology, you mean that it's a product, it's a equipment. Transportation, it is a shifting from one place to another place, right? So something I want to be travel from one place to another place, what kind of history it was happened, right? So this video was sponsored by Impact All. It's thanks to this very wonderful video is available YouTube. Just you can look into this, watch the history of transportations. Right. So this is a thing which was generated, right? In earlier days, we are going to be travel by walk, and then you see the spark where it is generated. That spark, how it's going to be converted. That is the technology, right? So that is a transportations was developed initially. It was something wood, and then later it going to be converted as bicycle, and then motor to bicycle, and then four-wheeler, and then buses, and then train. So these are the development. இது வந்து train வந்து ஆரம்பத்திலே பண்ண முடியாது, right? So that everything will be based on the availability of material, right? So initially there was only the wood was only is there, right? So with that they are going to be developed a lot of something transportation. ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு மூவ் பண்ணணும், அது நான் ஜாலியா மூவ் பண்ணணும், எந்த கஷ்டமும் போடாம மூவ் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு என்னென்ன மெட்டீரியல்லாம் they want to be utilized to develop some equipments, some vehicle. That is called a transportation technology. So now we are very clear about this technology. Technology in this is something, a product which is going to be used for that particular applications. Now we have the 16 different types of technology, right? So we need to be remember all those things. Technology is some equipment used for that particular applications. Technology, that is equipment used for communication, like a mobile phone, it is communication technology. The technology, some equipment used for medical purpose, maybe ECG, and then scanner machines, CR, and then MRI scanner machines. That is equipments, right? That all these equipments, all the technologies are going to be used for medical purpose. Information technology, right? So how to transfer our files from one system to another system. That is information technology. Education technology, how the technology is going to be help us to enhance the quality of education system, because education is the separate system which was there in earlier also, but there is no equipment will be there, right? With the human being, we are going to be educating the juniors with the help of their, based on their experience, they are going to be educating. Construction, like how it's going to be helped, aerospace, biotechnology, agriculture, military, robotics, artificial intelligence, assistive technology, entertainment technology, sports, vehicle, and environmental technology. So these different 16 different areas. Our product, our equipment going to be used for different applications, right? That's why it is named as different names, right? So you can also develop a one equipment, then you can use it for any purpose, right? So this is not a common equipment, right? So one equipment can be used for many purposes. For like a example, for mobile phone, it can be used for communication purpose. It can be used for mobile, I mean, information technology. It can be used for education purpose also. Nowadays, you are appearing, attending all the online classes. Many of the students in the school also they are using mobile phones for education purpose. For equipment is not fixed. How these equipment is going to be utilized to that particular area. That's thing is different, right? Drone, right? So we will see how this in each and every technology is going to be help us. So communication technology refers to the hardware and software that are used for communications, right? You have the mobile phones, right? Mobile phones, you have the all the data or all the files will be there. You want to be transfer this file, mobile phone data into system, then how this communication will taken care of between this cable or between wireless, that wired and wireless communication will be there, right? Even with the different applications, we can transfer the informations. In the communication technology, we are going to be see how the data is going to be transferred from either system or maybe the cloud or maybe any other systems. Right? This is called the communication technologies and medical technology. So medical technology is a treatment, is a human, is a providing solution for the disease, right? That is a medical applications. How your technology is going to be used for medical purpose. In earlier Siddha, Ayurveda, with their experience, they are going to be provided some solutions in earlier also. But now all the same type of solutions provided with the help of equipment, right? They're going to be checking your temperature, fever, right? So they will be in earlier they will just going to be checked what is your fever by getting informations from the by hand itself. They can easily identify. Now they have thermometer, so that equipment is going to be help us to what is your temperature, right? The range will be fixed. That's the thing is going to be happening. Everything done with the equipment, that is called medical technology, right? The medical technology is the usage of science to develop the equipment and the solution to improve the quality of life by helping the common health issues, right? So this is for medical technology. But same type of the scanner going to be used for Xerox machine also, right? This is how this idea going to be applied in different field, that is different research work is going to be developed by the student mindset. The spark initially it may be the commentable, no need to worry about it, right? Either it is a positive comment or negative comment, you are giving the response to this others, then you will lose your innovations, right? While doing the innovations or research, don't close your ears, right? You try and get a failure. From the failure you can get the experience, and then after that you have to execute new things which is not happened in the earlier failure methods, right? Try, keep on trying, you will get it some other new equipments which is going to be appreciated by the world. The information technology, right? It is a corporate sectors, right? 100 people, 200 people are sit together, they are going to be provide your solutions how to be do this data manipulations and do the business. So that is called information technology. Information, that means it is a data, it may be the voice, it may be the image, it may be anything, right? How they're going to be secure your data, that is also one of the information technology. And education technology, right? So education, in the sense, it was started with the Guru Ram, right? So the Guruji will be teaching his students. The Guruji will be the gain experience with his Guruji, and his experience will be transformed into this manually. That is a manual process, and also some kind of practical oriented class also may be there, right? That may be treated in the earlier. It may be you may be heard about from your grandfather, grandmother. They may be thought about this, how the education was happened in the earlier days. Now, see the classrooms. Now, after this, a green board, right? In the school days, only the blackboard or maybe the green board. Then further development, everything will be the smart board, right? So in the smart board, you can show everything, and then projector. So a lot of equipments was developed, right? To for what is the need of this equipment development? It is for only for changing the quality, right? Improving the quality of education system. So education technology defines equipment and methods that help students as well as faculties how they can improve their quality of education systems, teaching learning system, how to be generated. Now the next generation of education is going to be play a vital role. So augmented reality, right? Everything going to be deassemble. So going to be the help of some equipment, they are going to be learning skills going to be coming up. It is in other countries are already implemented, but now we are going to be trying to implement augmented reality of teaching learning process. So now these equipments, you can look at this. You can projector. We have the screen. We have the computers, and there is a smart board. With this everything, we can share this information very easy manner, right? So you can see this is whatever this manual process is going to be delivering the content that is not 100% reach to this his students, right? But we'll putting some animations and putting some videos that may be very useful to capture. So for that purpose, you are going to be getting it's a classroom learning. Now, one more step again, right? So now we are going to be learning everything from the home itself, right? By online mode, mode of education system. Again, the same laptop, same mobile phone, same everything, internet connected. Internet is a very important role to transfer everything, right? So the internet is the very biggest tool going to be transfer information to all you people. So that's the thing. Without internet, we can't do survey for anything. அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு சூழ்நிலை வந்துருச்சு. So that's the thing. Everywhere we are going to be working with some equipments. So construction technology. So initially, they are constructed their building with this like sunam powder, and then later the equipments will be bricks, cements with the help of their building their constructions. Uh, it was a lot of difficulties was faced each and every stages. Now see the construction, the last picture, how he with the help of drone, he is going to measure everything. He is going to monitor all the activities going on in the building. By the sitting in the ground floor or the ground office itself, he is going to monitor everything. But if without this technology, how is it possible to do everything, right? But still we can't underestimate our grandmother, grandfather. So they're going to be having very good practical exposure. So that exposure, practical knowledge are going to be transformed. Even for Tanjavur temple is extraordinary civil construction work, right? You may be visited that place. Now now the engineers are really wondering about their work, how they are going to be executed. They really will be wondering, right? So purpose going to be used for shooting. It may be used for spraying in agriculture field, right? So that is the sprayer is going to be is going different uses. Here he is using for his purpose. So that's it. Technical equipment will be there, but that equipment how we are going to be used for different applications. It is for construction. We are going to be using for different technologies. Aerospace technologies, aerospace, right? So aerospace again, you can see a lot of videos or comedy videos are there. How it was aeroplane was invented. You can look at this YouTube video, right? How their peoples are struggle like anything, right? And the video பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சிரிப்பீங்க, but how these peoples are keep on trying to get this very good equipment, very good vehicle for aerospace, right? So that's the thing is yeah, technology was huge, but this technologies how we are going to be do some contributions, right? You no need to be we are not going to be focusing. You people has to be do one complete equipment, right? In this particular equipment, right? What your contributions to improve better performance? புதுசா எதுவும் பண்ணணும் அவசியம் கிடையாது. இருக்கிறதுல ஸ்லைட் மாடிஃபிகேஷன் நான் பண்ணனேன் அப்படின்னா இது எனக்கு பெட்டரா கொடுக்கும் அப்படின்னு என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்களோ that you have to execute. That's the thing we are expecting, and as per your age level, right? So while coming up, you can get a new product also, new vehicle also you can able to build right? That is depends on your interest, right? So how you are going to be creating your interest, how you are developing that interest in your fruitful manner to get it very good products. அதுதான் வந்து முக்கியமே தவிர நம்ம வாட்டுக்கு எதுவும் நினைச்சிட்டோம் அதான் வந்துரும் நினைக்காது. You have to keep on trying, right? You have to work for try to complete get the products. It is aerospace technology, biotechnology, right? It is also, you can see a lot of equipments are going to be used for biotechnology, for analysis of organisms and other things, some equipments, and then agriculture field, right? So with the help of robots and growths, right? And also the disease also going to be analyzed nowadays. Just to capturing the image from the agriculture field, that is going to be processed with the help of machine learning and deep learning and algorithms. Finally, they will give the solutions. Your plant will be suffered from this. So try to be give the solution also is provided nowadays, right? How these equipments are going to be used for agriculture field, right? So this innovations we requested, right, from you peoples in agriculture technology. Some of them putting their questions. I will answer the questions at the end of the sessions, right? And military technologies. So the military applications, the guns, tanks, missiles, radar equipment, fighter jets, and all these equipments are going to be used for safeguard our countries, right? So that's why it is going to be called as military technology. The equipment may be used for the truck, will be used for common purpose, changing the load from one place to another place. Right? How slight modifications with the lift, the truck will be constructed with the lift that is used for military applications. That is innovation is here, right? How to be create, how to create equipments to that particular applications. And robotics, right? Now industry robotics is going to be play a vital role for this. Many are going to be replaced many human beings from the hazards. So because in all the places human being is not going to be uh, involved, right? Because of the safety measures. So now this robotics arms is going to be help us to do everything. It's all the now intelligent robots will be there. In China and Japan are going to be developed a lot of robots. But now we peoples are Indian peoples are going to be involved. They're involved there, developing robotics and other things. And some students are raised the hands, so I'll be putting the answer for at the end of the sessions, right? So first we will complete this presentation and we will at the end of the discussion. Right? So analyze what about the human being? That's also we are going to be analyzed right now. Artificial intelligence, how the human beings going to behave, right? For machine or human being a so for that, the artificial intelligence technology now it's booming. So this will give the solutions. It's going to replace by human for particular percentage, not 100%. There is no replacement of human brain, right? இது கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது ஒரு ஹியூமன்னா அப்ப அந்த ஹியூமன் எவ்வளவு பெரிய ஆளா இருக்கணும், right? Don't think that all the machines are billion. So human brains is a billion. There is no replacement of human brain. So that is also going to be analyzed, how the brains are going to be working, how the machines to be act as a brain, right? So that is artificial intelligence is going to be play a vital role. Artificial intelligence technology, this technology can be adapted for in almost all the applications, medical field, agri field, for all anything, right? It is the equipment going to be used for the many purpose. And assistive technology, now this is assistive technology in the sense for this equipment going to be used for assisting the people with disabilities, right? அவங்களால முடியாதவங்களுக்கு நம்ம ஒரு equipment கண்டுபிடிச்சு தரோம் இல்லையா, that is assistive technologies. So our institute also going to be developed a lot of product going to be give for solution to this many disabilities, and you peoples are going to be give try to be develop a small product initially, right? So that maybe you can see the stick with something with communication, That is also going to be some modifications. How it's going to be helpful? That's the thing is going to be called as assistive. Assistive, na? So equipment going to be assist to that person. For the who is that person? Disabilities. The people with the assist and going to be helping as a normal human being like this. And entertainment, that is a very good technology, right? Nowadays, majority of the people, students are going to be spending more valuable times with this entertainment, right? Playing games, right? Then how it is going to be, and movies and lot of sound effects. But, for entertainment purpose, what are the equipments? We have a lot of equipments, toys. It's coming under entertainment technologies, right? So now you people are going to be enjoying like anything with this entertainment technologies. And then sports, your equipment's going to be used for sports, that's called sports technology. That's the thing, right? Let's see, a mobile phone can be used easily captured, and we have to look into this the same video with the slow motion to predict the results, right? Who is the winner? So that is the app is going to be developed. Nothing new to this. Mobile will be the commonplace. So the app will be developed. That is also one innovation. That is also one technology, right? Technology is not a purely for purely software and not a purely hardware. Something going to be help to change your lifestyle. That is called technology. And vehicle technology. So we already had one video also. So we can skip into this. Initially, there were four wheels with only for chase and the engine will be there. And then they're developing a car with some cushioned seats, and the top will be closed with the roof, and then car with windshield, front glasses and shield, and then car with fully expansive car, right? Only two persons, and car with light and everything. It was introduced here, and now is fully e-vehicle. Now we are coming up with the e-vehicle, driverless vehicle. பாருங்க வாட் ஆர் த டெக்னாலஜி எங்க போயிட்டு இருக்கு. எனக்கு டிரைவர் தேவையில்லாம ஏறி உட்கார்ந்த கார்ட்ட வந்து ஐ வாண்ட் டு புட் த பிளேஸ், ஐ வாண்ட் டு கோ திஸ் பிளேஸ், ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி கார் வில் டிரைவ், ரைட்? ஸோ தட் டைப் ஆஃப் டெக்னாலஜி வி ஹேவ். அதுதான் வந்து we need to be still that is this, it is a ocean, right? We have to be develop your ideas, and you have to be put your ideas into the e-vehicle or maybe the driverless vehicle. You can develop your model, right? So that's a thing is going to be technology will be different kind of technologies, and environment is very important thing, right? So how we have to be save our energy environment ecosystems, uh, that affect your equipment does not affect your environment, right? So how this environmental technology is used, the science of knowledge for various forms of tech for the betterment of the environment and for ecosystems. So we are in position to maintain our ecosystem in a friendly manner to live safely, right? So that's the thing I want to be clarified, various technologies which is going to be used for various applications. Now, how these technologies are going to be contributed in education. So technology is playing an important role in the educational system by with the help of computers, laptops, projectors, smart boards, and laptop, iPads, whatever maybe. So these equipments are going to be help us to enhance the quality of education systems. Technology makes it more efficient for both teachers to handle the report cards and grading papers and everything they will put keeping in the laptop itself, right? In earlier they have to keep this all the notebook and everything. Now with the simple laptop, iPad, and mobile phone itself, they are going to be see everything. All the documents are going to be keeping. So the entire teaching learning process will be entirely differ with the help of all the equipments. See, this is a personalized learning. It's an important thing. Personalized learning. With the help of your interest, you are going to be learn as per interest, as per your convenient, as per how you are going to be personalized, comfortable, as per your interest. You can learn. right? So that is self-learning is very, very important nowadays. You people don't depend on the faculties, right? Faculty will guide you, right? They will give the information. So you have to travel like this. If you are going this way, you can reach the destinations. But you people has to be experience that way of traveling, and you have to learn, and we have to be get the experience and go positive and negatives while how you are going to be travel. That is decided by yourself. That you have to decide by yourself. And again ஒரே ஒரு பிபிடி போனா நல்லா இருக்காது. Just you will be uh, looking for the history of education, where we are. Just you can look at this. So still the technologies for revolution is continuing. The knowledge retentions, right? So from the classroom teaching, you will get only 5% of knowledge, right? So discussion 15%. See, while increasing the different types of tools, in the augmented reality, virtual reality, you may get 50%. Still, the 100% is not yet reached, right? So knowledge retained will be improved. Knowledge can be gained very easily while using the different types of equipments, right? And how can technology help in the education process? That we can easily update the material, up to date the primary of supply material, the methods of collecting the recording informations, ways to collaborate with the students, teachers, consultants globally, right? So that through a social network, we can able to share this informations, opportunities for expressing and understanding through multimedia systems. So these are equipments are going to be helping us, and the recent trends in educational technologies. So online education system now a school byju's, it was started from the school days itself, and digital and comprehensive online assessment. Now the online assessment is going on using the proctoring systems, right? You have tried the examination on your hometown itself, and from there, the invigilator going to be sit together in the institute. They will monitor everything, right? This is the technologies are adapted in the educational systems, and all the storage of certificates, all the documents documents are going to be stored with the more secured using the technologies called the blockchain mechanisms. It's going to be very useful, going to be implemented in near futures in the education sectors. Then personalized learning. It is ability to observe the topic and understanding with the help of equipments. You can personalize na எப்ப நான் படிக்கணும், நான் எதை படிக்கணும், எப்படி படிக்கணுங்கிறது that you have to be decided by on your own. That is a personalized learning. It can be done from any locations. It is classroom independent. You are not going to be sit together. You can sit at anywhere, at any places. That is called as a personalized learning. The virtual reality is going to be became a boom for education sectors. That's going to be using in this educational technologies. Yeah, that's why now the India become using more technological in education system because of COVID-19, right? So with this only, we are forceful adaptation of technologies with the live classes, learning, proctoring systems. We also going to be new, and we also now we're little bit comfortable with this online sectors, but this is going to be very helpful if you are using a proper manner. That's the important thing, right? All the new technologies will be very nice, but how these technologies are utilized, how you are listening or online classes, right? So we have to give some importance wherever the learning is very very important thing. Yeah, comfortable zone, comfortable place has to be created to learn any new things, right? But it was better சாஞ்சிட்டு படுத்துட்டு படிக்கிறது. That's not the thing. Equipment will be there. How you are using that equipment? If you are using a right mode, you will get a right knowledge, right? So that's how this we have to be. Because of COVID-19, we are getting almost all the technologies are adapted. Still we are trying to incorporate it in all the sectors, but you people has to be support, right? So in this, that means you have to be try to be equip yourself to how to use the technologies in our education systems. How with along with this technology, how we have to develop by ourselves, that we have to decide, right? So you know that this outcome COVID-19, right? Because of this, ninth standard students was developing a small CPU systems, right? That were news was uh, and also is appreciated by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. How that fellow how is going to be used the technology to become a entrepreneur, right? To become a businessman within this age of 14, right? See, that is the outcome of technologies in education sectors.
Sir,
Ma'am,
sir, whether the video is facilitated with audio, sir, we are not hearing the audio.
wow. Audio irukku, ma'am.
But we are not hearing it, sir.
Okay, okay. Audio கேட்கவே இல்லையா, ma'am?
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
The previous video also we didn't get that audio, sir.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, I will pause this, ask the students to look into this video later, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Because without audio, it's not going to be useful.
Okay.
So he is the fellow is studying 9th standard. During this lockdown period, he has learned all of C, Python, and how this utilize online classes. He was developed some product hardware and integrated and did some more business also going to be registered by his students. And with the 14 age, he is assured he is going to be climbing that he is going to be developing a OS, which is going to be nearly competitive with this other OS systems, right? So with this 14 years, how his fellow is used this technology in the right way, right? So this is the key points are going to be expected. You people has to be use this. When you are finding free time, that time has to be used in effective manner to become a very good entrepreneur or very good engineers, very good I mean businessman, right? So he's see what type of uh, effort is taken, but how you people's last 2 years, how we are going to be incorporated, how we are spending our valuable times, that just you can look into this. The technology will be everywhere is there, right? How this majority of social medias, right? How to we going to be success your life. There's technologies, everything's right, everything's available on your hand. How these technologies are going to be used in a right way to succeed in your life, right? So this is I want to be conclude my session. So this social media is a very good right media, very powerful tool, but how this tool going to be utilized, how this tool going to be utilized in your career, that's thing is different, right? It is looking like a knife, how you are going to be used that knife, right? That you have to decide by yourself. So with this, my sincere thanks to all these participants. Ma'am, they can unmute.
Yes, sir.
Question
So
sessions
would
are
you
there?
like to, participants, would you like to raise any questions? If
I
so, you
think I
could
received
raise your hands so that I could make you on mute.
their by mistakenly they were posted. That is not the question. Some symbol was there.
Okay.
That's the thing. You can wind up the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us through your informative message. It's my pleasure and privilege to propose vote of thanks at this juncture. I thank our management personalities, Shri M. Dhanasekaran, Chairman and Managing Director, Shri S. V. Sukumaran, Vice Chairman, and Dr. K. Narayanaswamy, Secretary, for their constant support and moral support in organizing events in the institution. I extend my gratitude to our Director cum Principal, Dr. V.S.K. Venkatachalapati, for his valuable guidance in organizing the webinar. I thank all the distinguished speakers, Dr. J. Abbas Moideen, Registrar, Dr. N.S.N. Kailasam, Placement Officer, Dr. R. Raju, Professor and Head IT, Dr. K. Prem Kumar, Professor and Head CSC Department, and Dr. S. Anbumalar, Dean Academics, and Dr. K. Velmurugan, Dean Research, and Dr. P. Raja, Professor and Head ECE, for their exuberant presentation on various themes of NEP 2020 from 2nd August till 10th August, in spite of their busy schedule, through which participants would have received an overall idea about NEP and its objective. I thank all the department HODs and faculties for motivating the students to be a part of this program. I thank the students for their overwhelming interest shown towards the reception of various themes disseminated on the principles and ideas of NEP 2020. I thank everyone for your kind cooperation, which makes this series of webinar a grandiose success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you.
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form.